nigga always again. Nigga pulling to the people that be coming for real. Talking about my niggas and the stuff that I own and all this is up on distro. Yeah, they rapping us in the spot. $90 for the hard, put the shit in the spot. Gotta find man that's passing up, getting on down. Yeah, you gotta get the understand people around. For the people that be on team, not the motherfuckers that be out there driving for dream. Yo, trying to get the hustle while you not even scheme. Yo, hustlers, we hate them. Yo, the girl shouldn't bust in the spot. I'm back, she just motherfucker did it for rock. Yo, I'm working for the people and you're working for God. Yo, I'm working for the dirty motherfucker inside. Get this thing with shit, get it like a motherfucker that be tripping with a quick. Get it out on the grind, on the goal for this. So you got a motherfucker, you be wrong for this. Yo, I'm telling how you wanna do. I'm telling how you wanna do. I'm telling how you wanna do. Shit, I'm about to wait for the nigga to don't get out, what you told about the motherfuckers getting no mail. Talk out my nigga, hold me out, shit on bail. Don't you wait for the nigga to mail. Mail box for God, don't you wait for the niggas say you fucking the ride. Pretty girl, little pussy, they never forgot. Dirty black with the motherfuckers, bitches hot. Tell me right, when the motherfucker coming, cause he looking at night. Know we walking through the dark streets, walking the hard. Only doing that, glory to God. Breaking it back, you we better than the motherfucker ripping and jack. So they the motherfuckers breaking it back. You don't know that you motherfuckers kicking the stack. Breaking them down. Cause we breaking them down. You we breaking them down. I'm telling how you wanna do. I'm telling how you wanna do. I'm telling how you wanna do. Yeah, you. I'm telling how you wanna do. I'm telling how you wanna do. I'm telling how you wanna do. Yeah, you. I'm telling how you wanna do.
Shadowville stuff. I'm gonna just start playing my own stuff. So I'm just gonna stick to playing my own music during the stream since I own it. It's up on distrokid.com, which is up on what is it called? Spotify and all these streaming networks.
My odyssey, I can see you pick me. Do you know my odyssey? I can see you pick me. Do you know my odyssey? I can see you pick me. Do you know my odyssey? Take it to my spot, make it gory. I got your body there and everywhere. Screaming in your young till your head a fucking stare. And scream for the Lord, my God. Mr. Coffee coming so high. Tell you what you want, that's me, Mr. C. On the place 1, 2, 3, I be all that you're looking for. Coming to the place, treat your body like a home, even more. Bring it to the house, take it to that place that we got outside. You pick me, do you know my odyssey? I can see you pick me, do you know my odyssey? I can see you pick me, do you know my odyssey?
Finally organized. Streaming, saw the streaming on my YouTube, Twitch, and live YouTube. Welcome to my place where life is golden faces on Twitch. Sure, it's something to exactly. It's so simple. Welcome to my place where sons behold their father's wall. And daughters acting like their mother's swore. It's so simple. Welcome to my place where government my shots is playing. Make it simple, make it time to say. It's so simple. Welcome to my place where government my shots is playing. But if you can get my copyright, it's so simple. Welcome to my soul city. Welcome to your face, grab your bitch like a titty. And get that fucker, take her to my spot, big fucker. I run you to the place of body culture.
bitchy. And yo, we kinda preachy, because we talking to you pussy niggas at the pitchy. They kinda scared me.
Welcome to a place where life is golden faces on. Drug and blood and niggas acting wrong. It's so sick. Welcome to a place where sons behold their fathers moan, and daughters acting like they mothers sworn. It's so sick. Welcome to a place where government forgot his plan. Niggas sinking in the time of sand. It's so sick. Welcome to a place where cousins stand for love and plans. Police be kicking on our
Play 4 more minutes of music to get into the show. My Part of Town podcast, talking about Philadelphia and what else is going on in the world.
Check, testing your luck, discipline and mission, and it's only chance that we got. Keep it moving, work precision, get that ass out the line.
Does it have to be this way? Tell me, does it have to be this way? Does it have to be this way? Tell me, does it have to be this way? Does it have to be this way? Tell me, does it have to be this way? Does it have to be this way? Tell me why it have to be this way. Cause bad for me to say I wear the wrong color, I declare to see it great. It's sad for me cause I never actually seen a day where I didn't hear or see a catastrophe in my face. A tragedy way, these women selling their body so they can pay the dope man who be selling the models. And he probably wouldn't be selling it probably if he can get a job. But since a child we been a villain, and oddly enough the cycle continue. I write and then leave you. Advice try to do what's right. The spiteful that's in you will let you lose a fight. Using that rifle to send you to the likes of the devil's vice. Fall right on the menu. It's a circle. They think fitting in is a virtue. They died to be cool instead of live and be Urkel. So if they blasted me today, the last thing he would say is, I wonder why this have to be this way. If they blasted me today, the last thing he would say is, I wonder why this have to be this way. Does it have to be this way? Does it have to be this way? Tell me, does it have to be this way? Does it have to be this way? Tell me, does it have to be this way? Does it have to be this way? Tell me, does it have to be this way? Does it have to be this way? Oh, tell me if this world is more than they know. Tell me is this that all you're depending on? Tell me if this really hurt your feelings. Oh, this might stimulate your mind that's missing.
This is cranking. It's the My Part of Town podcast. Click on follow here. I don't know. Does he let them unmute?
Visual emasculation, first and foremost.
Excellent. What the hell is this?
Is her husband, or even her.
Oh, I opened up window capture. I'm like, what the heck is that?
She's shown like a mother having to
Okay, we
drag.
got you. Oh, Bolo's playing some kind of TV thing, so we're gonna remute Bolo. And this is the My Part of Town podcast. I'm Mr. CD Enforcer, aka Poppy Carl the Bad Boy. That's another live stream cracking and popping all around town. You turn that TV off yet? Because I'm not gonna let you unmute if you didn't. Turn the TV off.
It's off, man.
All right, there you go. There you go. Thank you. No TV during the live stream. All right. So once again, it's the My Part of Town podcast. I'm Mr. CD Enforcer, aka Poppy Carl the Bad Boy. We here every Wednesday and Monday. Mondays is called Noodle Free Mondays, and on Wednesdays it's the My Part of Town podcast, focused more specifically on Philadelphia, the things going on in and around the town and what be going down. It looks like I had to stop and restart the stream because I think I'm playing those beats, and even though it's okay on Twitch and other ones, it looks like YouTube and Facebook was hating or something. So I was like, okay, let me stop and restart the stream, and they're all back up now, and I just stuck with my own music because it's the music I got up on DistroKid, so or whatever it's called, Spotify and all the streaming sites. So it's technically mine, so they can't stop it, and that's Mr. BAS. And of course, along with me today, I do got my co-host. It looks like my second one is coming in here right now. Of course, we got the initial man who come in playing all his TV experiences, talk about people going to hell. We got Volo Mpotp, aka VMT the Mastodon. What's going on with you, sir?
All is really good, yo. I'm gonna start with this, yo. Great job on Monday, yo. I didn't know everything that was going on in the background and how you was really pushing the show. Yeah, but I did catch this on Facebook, a little replay on Facebook, and yeah, Facebook they gonna be hating this.
Oh,
Facebook, YouTube, yeah, they gonna be hating this. Yeah. The auto, what is it, Dr. Autobot? The algorithm is not gonna be. You know what I mean? It's they figuring out how to listen to it and mute us at certain. You know what I mean? We really got to be on our ninja tip. We got to be on our ninja tip.
Oh, where you listen to it, so it actually has like different spots when they mute us during conversation.
Yeah, we get muted and everything. Like we gotta,
really?
We gotta be on our ninja tip. You know what I mean?
Well, I guess we don't gotta worry about it. They're just mute-a-bug. So
they mute and they. I mean, it was straight. It was like straight gaps of audio, and you had like a buzz feed on Facebook too. Now I ain't check out YouTube yet, but Facebook is definitely hating the most.
Nice. Oh well,
there you go, right over the door. Right?
Well, right. What up, BAS? What it do, man? What's going on with you, sir?
Yeah, I got to hear the show too, man. Congratulations, bro. Well, I said we might have got a good month before they start really talking shit, though.
Oh yeah.
Everybody know about y'all. They know about you. They know about Volo, but they don't know about me yet.
They about to find out and see it. From what Volo reported, Meta and Facebook are already fully aware. So only Zuckerberg knows.
I got to watch it with Ish and shit. Me and Ish got to sit in the car and we got to watch it yesterday and shit.
Nice.
Hopefully, a couple people out there watching and shit. But the people that know how I am, though.
Yeah. Well, I got it back up. I did a restart of the stream because it was giving me a little trouble, so I had to restart it, and I checked them, and it looked like it's playing. It's playing on my YouTube. I can't have all three up, so I got my Twitch and my YouTube here on screen because it gives you that little mini window. iPhones. I'm sure the Androids do it too. And whatnot, but it's let me play the YouTube live and the Twitch live simultaneously, so I can see them both. So that's kind of cool. But I just got to have one in a small window.
Yeah, I give it about a good month.
Right. Well, we're gonna keep hammering away at it and whatnot. I want to start a page on Witchamajiggy, maybe either specifically for this, but I don't know. The Skip Bags page got so many daggone people that liked it. I figured that's the best opportunity to get views on Facebook. Because we spent all those years working and struggling and fighting and fussing and running around for those 150,000 likes. I think it was 138,000 when I last checked it. So 140,000 likes. So in theory, this is playing on a page right now with 140,000 potential viewers. So that's good.
That was a unique concept too. Like I'm that's what I thought. The other one, the not show.
Yeah.
Frauds. That's what I thought that was. At first, I thought it was the skit bags was the same thing, but now I'm figuring it out. And
the skit bags is the stuff I was doing when I first got to LA, and I was doing my movies and acting, and that was like my Hollywood era, like where I met all the cool people I know out here now, and all my all the guys that are my famous friends and stuff like Rufio and Andy Dick and those kind of guys, or my guy Luke and a bunch of other people like that, and I got to meet a bunch of famous cats.
But my question, wasn't it also when COVID first hit, y'all was trying to do like the stand up, what's the name on there too, right? The stand up, virtual stand up kind of thing.
No, I think that has something to do with like Don and them. He has the THC, the virtual TVs or whatever, the virtual comedy or whatever he does on Instagram. And whatnot, but I ain't. I was watching
you on Facebook. Yeah, I was watching you on Facebook. You was doing you was the host of a virtual stand up. It was with another.
Oh that was the Da Bar comedy.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah,
that was the Da Bar comedy. That's the one I used to do with the white girl. And whatnot. But I got out of that, and it's funny now. I'm out doing mad shows. And a bunch of people that used to rock with us like, yo, that broad is crazy, man. She's a sociopath. I was like, look, I didn't want to back out there. Huh?
Which one? The one you cursed out?
No.
I cursed out a couple of people in about a 2-month span, because it's been people I've been working with for 5 and 7 and 10 years and whatnot. And I realized, yo, these motherfuckers still treat me like I'm just some new nigga that's like off to the side. So I gave him a Bopa speech, like, fuck that. And I said, from now on, if it ain't about Mr. C, it ain't about me. Fuck that. You know what I mean? And I've had more success and love and views and likes on my Instagrams and everything since. I'm doing South by Southwest in Austin, Texas in 2 weeks. So I'll be down there from the 13th to the 19th telling jokes and doing music and trying to get famous while I'm down there from the 13th to the 19th. And the people hit me up for other shows outside of them. And it's funny because now people are coming back to me like, yo, you was right. I'm like, hey, that's why I felt no need to say nothing. Just step away and you'll find out your damn self. Because when people don't got you to fucking bullshit on, they got to find somebody else to bullshit on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so, all right. So let's do some wrap-up stuff and whatnot. Since we had, we'll go backwards this time. What's been going on with your BAS?
Same shit, different day. Smoke another Dutch. Bitches ain't shit.
There it is. We can't complain about that and whatnot. Anything else cracking?
It was a nice day. You know what I mean? I was off today, so I was doing a lot of house shit, but
Nice.
It's been hard the last couple of days.
Nice. And I see you got the hoodie on. It's a little cold.
Nah, I figured you was gonna put that Facebook shit on, so I put like, let me cover my head a little bit. You know what I mean?
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, we good. It's kind of a little cold out here. It's about 40 degrees. You know what I mean? Pretty legit and whatnot.
I'm in the Batmobile anyway, so I'm not really that cold anyway. I'm in the Batmobile.
True. Excellent. Any wrap-up stuff from you, Volo? What's going down?
Same here, yo. I'm setting my alarm just in case I pass out. You know what I mean? And just doing the normal thing and enjoying the boys here upstairs sleep. And we had a cool little day together. After school activities, and we doing baseball again. So we trying to get out there and throw the ball around and get on our exercise tip. But it's a little chilly right now.
Oh,
but we'll figure it out,
Oh, yeah, nah, same shit here and whatnot. Like, even here, like, dog, normally in Cali, by now, it's normally like 75, 80 degrees every day and like maybe 50, 55, 60 at night. Man, dog, it has been cold all day. The winds have been crazy. I just went to the supermarket to grab this wine right quick. I had to bundle the fuck up. It's good like 40, 45 degrees outside, which ain't no big deal back home. But here, that's cold. That's like, that's only 15 degrees from freezing and whatnot here. So I was like, God damn, I don't know what's going on. This is the longest
That's hoodie weather right there.
real shit. Like it's the longest winter we ever had here. Like normally by March, it's usually like mid-February, March, the weather starts to break back to like that sunny California chill shit. But nah, it's like, yeah, sun come out, but it's like the wind and the cold. It's been raining crazy. Last night, on and off. When I went out to do my show last night, because I had a comedy show at this place called Los Globos, it was raining out there and whatnot, but still had a good time. And it was a place I actually used to do my rap shows at when I first got here. So it's very ironic that now I'm going back there to do my comedy shows. So that's pretty cool. Excellent. So we got Philly stuff going on in My Part of Town podcast. I figure we open it up with some Philadelphia news reports. It looks like the Sixers played Miami tonight and won. Final score 119-186. So they smoked the motherfuckers and whatnot. And Sixers had a great night. Tobias Harris and all the boys. Tobias had 18. Tyrese Maxey dropped 27. Harden dropped 23. Oh, there was no Joel Embiid.
Oh, okay.
Maybe he's the reason why we losing. Because I don't like Maxey coming off the bench. That's some bullshit. And it's funny, PJ Tucker is center. PJ Tucker is my height. They wild with that shit. He's 6'6". He's 6'6", but that's 2 inches taller than me. You know what I mean? That's like playing Charles Barkley at center. Yeah, like what? So that did good. It looks like the homeboy, I guess we got a dude named Paul Reed. He had a nice game, 16 and 14 boards. And then Shake had 12 off the bench. But that's a good win right there, especially since it looks like Miami had their whole team.
Welcome.
That's a great situation. Miami tripping. They got that dude Duncan Robinson. They don't even play him no more. He was one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA. And he only gets like 5 minutes a game now. I'm like, yo, Kevin Love, go the fuck to home, nigga. Like the fuck? And they losing like a motherfucker lately too. So the irony of that is what's going on. Let's see what else we got. Let's see if the stinking Flyers played.
Real quick on the Sixers, man. The Sixers gotta go. They gotta go to the finals, man. This year, period. You know what I'm saying?
They've been playing for years. It's like the Clippers. You notice I picked the same team with the same red, white, and blue jerseys in disappointment. And whatnot. The Clippers just West Coast Sixers and whatnot. A whole lot of potential with a whole lot of disappointment to follow it. So, but that's how the game go and whatnot. What's the standings look like right now?
We're number 3 right now. We're in the 3rd.
Oh, we're number 3? All right, so we're in a good spot, 3 seed. As long as we above 4, we good. That means we get a home team against everybody until we get to the end. When Giannis Antetokounmpo is going to get busy on motherfuckers.
Yeah, pretty fucking much.
Yeah, but as expected, also, damn, Brooklyn, they getting their ass whooped too. That team is done. Kevin Durant played for the first time tonight in Phoenix, and they bust some ass, but it was only Charlotte, so that's pretty good. Let me see what's going on with the stinking Flyers. Let's see what's going on there.
Because if the Sixers go to the finals, that's 3 teams. You know what I mean? In 1980, Philly went. All 4 teams went to the championship game that year.
Yeah,
Now go ahead again with the Flyers. With the Flyers doing.
No, the Flyers is getting their asses whooped. They are 23 and what are they? They are 23 and 28. They are way down. They like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the division at this time. So it looks like we won't have all the teams going. But at least that's good. But the Sixers are balling. There's no excuse. James Harden took a pay cut. He should be acting right. So we'll see how that goes.
I'm over here laughing my ass off because I was at this one gig, right?
Yeah.
And I was explaining to this young boy how 1980 all 14s went. And I purposely turned to the other white boy, and I'm like, because all we need is them flyers to step a bit. Just look like and I asked him, I said, how do fly? And then he just gave me this look like ninja.
Yo, he lucky they ain't swing on you.
Right? Like, nah. Like,
Yo,
nah.
Just gotta be first of all, he was like, I don't fuck with the flyers.
First of all,
yeah, like I'm
I right now we like the flyers. That's classic. Technology.
No.
Yeah, that's one thing you gotta play. You can't play with them fire flying too much, bro. They motherfuckers like to fight.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the Broad Street Bullies, baby. It's not about hockey, it's about whooping some ass. I like that attitude and whatnot. So that's pretty good. So any updates that you guys heard, anything stuff going on in Philly besides the standard nightly shooting?
Well, I was about to say that shit. Other than that, ain't nothing else you done.
Yeah, well, I guess that's the,
the cops been acting a fool the last couple of days. It's just like,
yeah, they
nothing new.
Yeah, that seems about right now. And you want to know why the cops is acting stupid? We're entering the end of the first quarter of the year. Every 4 months, everybody has to kick in all their bottom line. So we just about to hit the third month. So the cops are about to spend this whole next month trying to get as many tickets right so they can hit their quotas. So they're loading up for that and whatnot. So that's all. That's what it is. That's how it goes and whatnot. Anything else crazy happening in the city?
I've been chilling. The weather was nice today. Other than that, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. So it was pretty comfortable today, huh?
The hoes was out here chilling. You know what I mean? They were walking around acting up and shit.
Yeah, see, that's beautiful. See, that's how you know that Philadelphia is having a nice day, is when the hose is out and everything is just fine.
Yes, sir.
That's outstanding. It looks like I was looking at the news. It says a disgraced ex-Philly councilman gets years in federal prison. Some guy named Bobby Hennon. You ever heard of him? He represented Northeast Philly, so apparently he's responsible for what's going on up there. And what is it called, Kensington?
No, North Philly. That had nothing to do with Kensington.
Yeah, but he was convicted in 2021 on a federal trial, and they also brought down a guy named Johnny Doherty. You guys ever heard of him?
I heard that name before.
Yeah, they said he's going to do a bunch of years along with him, and says he's only going to get like 3.5 years.
He'll be all right. Don't drop the soap.
Yeah, right. Don't drop the soap. And yeah, I just was watching one of the prison boys. He was doing his name is Banky Pound. He's from Washington D.C. So he went to jail in like Virginia and all that stuff in that area. And he was like, he said that's kind of a myth because it's not really about like dudes dropping on you. But he said the floor in the bathroom is so nasty from all the crazy shit because that's where a lot of lovers go and the pervert shit and the years and years of dirt. He says that once you drop that soap on the floor, you're not about to pick that bitch up and put it back on your skin.
It's a lost cause. That's why they give you soap on a rope.
Yeah. It's deep. It's deep.
Yeah, but that ain't true though. That is a myth though by them saying that shit. But but the floor definitely be like, woo. You gotta understand, over 1 million kids are on that floor out there. You feel me?
That's just what homeboy said. He said, get all them kids off the floor. They be clowning the dude, they gotta clean it up. Like, nigga, go in there and get all them kids off the floor. Get out of here.
Yo, that's just crazy. You gotta put like 3 gallons of bleach on the floor before you do anything and shit.
Right, and they said, of course, the guys that clean it, they don't really give a fuck because it's kind of a bullshit gig. They just doing anything to get, $25, $28 a month. You know what I'm saying?
They dropped that shit down, I think.
Damn.
I think a block job would probably like get you like $18 or $20 a month, I think, something like that. But I'll definitely never get that dumbass shit.
That shit is slave labor like a mug. I heard one of the coolest jobs some of the people like is the other people that clean, like the ones that mop all the floors because you get to go around to all the different pots and everything. So you kind of got a little bit of freedom and you can make some hustle moves
Yeah, they call it. I think they call corridor workers or some shit like that. Yeah, basically, yeah, they definitely got the long legs in jail.
Yeah, they were saying that was the best one because you get to like always be out the cell. Another one, the homeboy said was dope was the handyman job where you like fix lights and shit.
Yeah, but I'm cool. I'm not doing that shit. I ain't do that shit. I'm not gonna do that shit in there.
Yeah, right?
You know, I worked in the social worker office. I ain't do shit all day. Just sit there.
Nice.
Oh, and then if I gotta go get somebody out of the block, you know, with the hall pass and shit, that's what I did.
Ah, nice. Excellent. So let's see what else is going on. Did you guys have any things you wanted to talk about?
Nah, not really.
Volo?
My question on we started with jail. What was the name of that show? I'm trying to think of the name of the show now.
The old show, Oz?
Nah, I'm not talking about a prison.
Locked Up Abroad?
60 Days In?
Nah, I'm thinking of
Oh yeah, the new shit, 60 Days In.
Damn, why I forget the name of the show?
Well, what's the concept of it?
The Dungeons and Dragons type shit.
Oh man, you lost me on that one.
A Dungeons and Dragons jail show.
No, not a jail show, but I'm saying so as far as popular shows.
What you mean, Lord of Thrones?
Not Lord of Thrones.
You know, whatever it is of Thrones, whatever, you know, that showed everybody into.
Was that what it's called?
You know, Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, yeah. You think they watch that in jail? They wouldn't watch
shit. You got cable.
They watch everything. And the biggest issue is who you going to stab to watch what you want.
Look, in the county is different. County, you watch what they want you to watch. But upstate, bro, once you got your own TV, you get cable, bro.
Yeah.
No, I'm just wondering if it's a popular show. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Game of Thrones.
I haven't been to jail in about 10 years, bro, so I can't tell you what's the top 10 right now.
That's a new kind of show, whatever.
That's a good thing. Well, I mean, usually from the dudes I hear in this story, basically, you know, they got 3 or 4 TVs in a common room, and then some people got personal TVs in a room where you buy one. Huh?
That's upstate in some county jails. You can have a TV in your cell.
TV.
And then the county is like what you said. You got 2 TVs in the day room, and you be lucky you can hear anything. So they pretty much watch Maury Povich and Jerry Springer and shit like that.
Yeah. Now, have you experienced a situation where like only certain groups, like the white guys got a TV, the black guys got a TV, shit like that?
No, not really. But the fucked up thing was one time I was watching Maury Povich, and I'm like, damn, why that boy look so familiar and shit? The boy was just locked up with me like a couple weeks before that. Ended up like, I guess it was an old episode of Maury. I was like, oh shit, he was just here.
Damn, that's crazy. Damn, that's crazy. I figured most people that go on Maury was just locked up recently, so it makes a lot of sense and whatnot. Well, that's a good thing and whatnot. What else is going on around and whatnot? Bolo, you got go ahead.
You know what they watch a lot of? Cop shows like Chicago PD or Blue Bloods and stupid shit like that.
Really?
I ain't gonna lie, I watched a lot of them shows when I was in there.
That's the trip. It's like cats is doing homework. Like, all right.
But nigga, they not going nowhere and shit.
Right? That is the trip. That is hilarious that everybody's favorite show in prison is the show Cops. Like, yeah, let's watch Cops.
It's definitely top 5.
That is hilarious. Like, yo, let's watch Cops. Like, what? Do you want to see how somebody else gets locked up?
You gotta understand the county, like, they don't really got cable, so it's basically what you're watching is like, you know, there's no TV, no cable on the basic TV and shit. So whatever, you know, channel 17, you know, those kind of channels, the only thing that come through. You feel me?
Yeah, so you gotta watch the old rerun shows and shit, basically.
Yeah, I watched a lot of Big Bang Theory when I was in there. Last time I was in there.
Oh yeah. That Big Bang Theory is the shit. I remember my mom was hype on that show. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing watching Big Bang Theory?
Oh, you know another one that everybody like, Criminal Minds. Criminal Minds, bro, for a rap.
Criminal Minds, huh?
I hate that fucking show.
Yeah, you know that shoot. A lot of people's ex-girlfriends love those shows because they want to plan on how to kill their nigga. That's the way I guess Facebook probably muting that right now.
Ninja.
Ninjas. And also I had to rock my Lily hat because you know how old girl be on Bob's Burgers. She got the little animal hat and shit. The rabbit shit. I said I got my Lily hat on today. I want some Lily shit. I mean, fuck it. Plus, it's semi-cold out here, so that's how it goes down and whatnot. And also, our Philadelphia bio for the night is a gentleman named Kyle Pitts. He's the wide receiver for the Atlanta Falcons, number 8. He's from Philly.
Oh, I was like, damn, I knew that name from somewhere. I was like, damn, who the fuck is that? I'm like, is it somebody from the early 1900s or who the fuck it was?
Yeah. Yeah, he played for the Falcons right now. He used to play for a couple other squads. He played for the Falcons. He's that number 8 receiver. So I was like, oh shit. I didn't know he's from the crib. So we're going to do his bio later on today. And we're just near 9:30. And as always, it's the My Part of Town podcast. Show all about the crib and what's going on out in the world. Actually, I'm about to start messing because I got this Streamlab thing popping. There's something called StreamYards where I can actually have it going through that. It'll give me better stuff, and I can still use this. And what I can do is we can interview people. So what I can do is I can put the link in the goddamn chat, and then people can actually call in, and we can talk to random motherfuckers. So I don't know
about that one.
Yeah, we can't. Definitely on Monday.
That shit, bro.
Yeah, well, I figured I'd assume because nobody watches the show, but people we know, that's probably who's going to call in. You know what I mean?
Like the old school party line, motherfuckers get on there and start thinking there's bitches on there and shit.
Yeah. Well, of course, we got control of it, so anybody get a little too crazy, we'll just send them about their way.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work for Monday shows. You know what I mean? That's supposed to be noodle-free Mondays, man.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
That's a new ass nigga creeping in there and shit.
Shit, that might be a show. That's how it goes down and whatnot. So what else is going on?
Real quick, the only reason I mentioned it because we talked about 300 for it. Was that 300? What's that one? Yeah, we talked about that on Monday.
Yeah.
And that's kind of, this is close to the same concept as, what Game of Thrones and all those medieval kind of shows is about. You know what I mean? It's, Lord of the Rings, it's Dungeons and Dragons. Like I'm trying to, me and Mr. C talked about it briefly about how Dungeons and Dragons, me and my son is playing it and how it's actually a dice game. And, but it might be something to, help with the, psychology of the inmates and playing something that's a role playing with the dice and,
Well, actually,
play dice and trying to listen. They're gonna use them dice for something else, bro. They're not
right to gamble. They're
gonna use them dice to gamble. Bro. They're not gonna be like.
Yeah, but some of the guys I do listen to, they did say, and this is from a bunch of different guys, and they said usually there is always a group of guys in a pod or whatever they at that do actually play Dungeons and Dragons. Like sometimes it's gangsters playing the shit. And whatnot, like bad motherfuckers, but it's like the nerd dudes, and then every once in a while a gangster that for some reason is into it, wants to play it. So they are playing the dice rolling Dungeons and Dragons in jail.
I don't know, bro. The jails I was in, bro, in Philly and all the other jails, bro, we only play spades and dominoes. That's the only two games that was allowed on the block, spades and dominoes.
Damn, there it is.
Pinochle, no, I'm not going to hate Pinochle. Pinochle was another game that everybody played and shit.
Oh, that's my parents' game right there, boy. That Pinochle. I have no idea how Pinochle works. Do either of you know?
Yeah,
it's something to do with spades, but with more points.
Yeah, Pinochle was fun.
So he says like spades, huh?
Yeah,
something
close.
Like that, with more points and shit.
Yeah, the bidding is a little different. It's a lot different.
Yeah,
actually.
way different and shit. I tried to learn that shit. They even gave me a cheat code on that shit. I was like, man, I still ain't want to learn that shit.
Yeah.
Now we used to play it at school. We used to play it at school, but it wasn't as popular as spades. Mostly like the girls would play Pinochle. The guys didn't play Pinochle. They only could play spades, which is kind of funny. Whenever I played Pinochle, it was usually with the girls.
Hey, well, ain't nothing wrong with that. Everybody likes to play with girls that are of age. That's the college girls. They 18 and up. It works out. Yeah, pinochle. I remember our parents. Man, that was like their motherfucking game, dog. Like they ain't play no spades. It was just straightly pinochle. I'm like, why are they so into pinochle? But then I see how much we like spades, so I figured, okay, this is like their version of spades.
Well, it was different for me. I grew up with the dominoes in my family, Spanish and shit. Well, Puerto Rican, all we do is play dominoes and shit.
Dog. Well, you would do good in California. That is like the number one. They play spades, but the number one game that California people like to play is goddamn dominoes. Just like Boys in the Hood. Domino, motherfucker.
Nah, but see, they play the other one. They play the numbers, John, where you got to add off the sides and shit like that.
They do the points. They do the points and all that shit.
I play Copy Cool. That's the one with the chuchazo and the double ends and all that. That's the one I play and shit.
Well, explain that. Explain the difference. Explain that.
Well, the Copy Cool, the one I play is basically you're matching the numbers on the ends and shit. The one you're talking about is you got 4 ends you can play off, I think.
Yeah, you play by like 3s or 5s or something like that.
Something like that, yeah, or some weird shit like that. I don't know like that, but it's something like on that premise and shit.
Yeah.
The one I play is you basically matching up the ends and shit, and you're playing with a partner. So, we're playing to 500. You get 4 prizes. After the 4 prizes is gone, it's overseas to 500 and shit with your partner and shit. See, but it gets boring after a while because if nobody if you're playing with somebody that know how to play it, and then the other two, it's like why are we gonna keep playing this shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get off my partner. It's gonna be quick. You feel me?
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, I'm nice in that shit. Come see me.
Crazy. What else you got going on here? I'm looking at some of the Philadelphia news. They talking about a Pennsylvania man tried to bring some explosives on an airplane.
Dumbass.
All right.
I don't see the point of that shit, bro. What's the end result of that?
Yeah, I don't know. That shit crazy. I remember back in the day, if you remember that. Remember the shoe bomber dude got on the plane from like Africa or some shit?
Yeah.
I was flying home Christmas Eve for that shit. And dog, I swear to God, they was on my dick from the minute I hit the airport. Like I'm walking through the airport and I'm like, yo, why is every TSA agent on me? They was on me. Like, I'm like, they was just like, yo, there he is. I'm like, what the fuck you mean that? They was on me. I get to the job, I'm like, yo, they on my fucking head. I was like, why they staring so hard? And whatnot. And then when I got on the plane, they checked my bag once. Then they stopped the plane before we went onto the runway and checked my bag a second time before we took off and whatnot. And then the next day when I landed in Philly, I heard this shit about the shoe bomber, and they said his dad actually called and told him he was wilding. And they still missed him, but they was sweating me the same day.
And then you want me to get on the airplane and come see you in California when they do shit like that? Nah, I'm good.
Well, that's only when something hot is popping and whatnot.
Oh, look at me, bro. I look like an Aki already, but they're gonna definitely profile the fuck out of me, bro.
Shit, they be letting the Aki slip. They be trying to get the brothers and the white boys now, man.
Not me, bro.
Yeah.
They run your name as soon as your name in that computer, but they're like, oh, watch him.
Right?
Check it, watch him.
Right? Yeah, they be on it. I've seen some stupid shit too. They was talking about that bullshit. Let me see here. Because they said, okay, so we got till 2025. Because, I'm about to fly in a couple weeks. And soon you can't use a regular ID to get on the airplane. But they said it's May 7th, 2025. Every traveler must present a real ID compliant driver's license or state issued ID to get on the plane. And basically what it is you got to show like your birth certificate and you got all this kind of stuff. You can't just get on with an ID no more, even if you're flying around America.
Well, that's not going to work for me. I don't even got a valid ID now.
Yeah, but they were saying it's 2025. I had a homeboy back in the day when we used to flew. He had left his IDs and everything at the crib. So they still let him fly, but they made him wait like a day before he fly while they like checked out a bunch of shit to make sure he was who he was. And so I think you can still do it because it's the same when you go to Mexico. out here because you supposedly have to have a passport, but not really. What happens is if you don't got one, it's cool when you go down there, but when you go to come back, they're gonna pull you off to the side and make you sit for like 30 minutes while they run your shit and make sure ain't nothing going on. They're like, all right, go on back. So it's probably gonna be like that with the airplanes too, where if you don't got your shit, they make you wait. Yeah, but I remember old boy said he's gonna come out here, so we'll see how that goes for him. But he ain't got nothing to worry about right now, because I thought it was this year, May 7th, and I'm supposed to go to Witchamajiggy on May 13th, but it looks like it says 2025. So I think we're good. So that's a good thing. Are they having the vote for mayor? Because I seen in Chicago they just voted out their mayor and shit. Are they having the vote for mayor in Philly right now?
Yeah, I'm running for mayor actually.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Well, give the Philadelphians who may eventually hear this through Facebook and all that your pitch of why you should be the mayor of Philly.
Because they get paid. They get paid $70,000 a year.
I don't think that's a good reason to be the mayor.
God bless America. God bless America, baby.
I'm trying to get paid.
That's more straightforward than I don't know what, bro.
That was the realest political answer ever. I was like, I can't even say that for president because they only make like $150,000 or something like that. Like the president's salary is as much as somebody that has a good job in corporate America. It's just that when you're president, you get a bunch of free shit and you also get to deal with all the scumbags. So you make millions of dollars on the back end.
So I'm gonna run for councilman, and my job gonna say just because.
Just cause, man. I was like, you get paid, right? You get a check, right?
Right now, fuck it.
It don't hurt. It don't hurt. Bolo, do you have any plans? Like, is there something that you want to do that you think is missing in Philly? Like, dang, I really want to do this for Philadelphia.
No, not really. The stadiums are good. Police. I'm definitely going to do some kind of police reform.
Good luck with that one.
Yeah. That's what it's like. I can elaborate on it, but I don't want to hurt my polls.
Well, I would tell you, my presidential plan for national police reform is what I call fire, rehire, and retrain. Right. So the plan is basically you fire 25% of the cops at a time. So you fire a quarter of the cops and you make them all reply and you put a bunch of more strict reasons on them to get in. You send them back to police academy. You retrain them in all like non-lethal tactics instead of all this running up on niggas just blasting and shit. And one of the other things is I want to promote people of color looking for the job because it's a really good paying job. And I'll keep trying to tell people like black people and brown people that, hey, we could be like the Irish and the Scottish, just like the cops are out here. It's a fucking gang. Yeah, it's legal, but it's a legal gang. I'm like, instead of banging and shooting at each other on the street, fuck that shit, become cops and you can do it legally.
Too soon.
No, I'm good.
I'm telling you, it's a great job, man. You talking to
No. I'm saying trying to explain that plan is too soon. We just had 5 was it 5 or 6 of them?
What 5 or 6 of what?
The national news about the 5 cops,
Oh, Memphis? Oh, no, I gave that talk about Memphis. I gave it on my TikTok. They love that shit. I got 6,000 views on that motherfucker for my fire, rehire, and retrain program and whatnot.
Oh, they definitely got fired.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know if you know, because Memphis is 65% black, right? But the police department is only 13% black and it's 67% white. And it's like, I was thinking, I'm like, damn, well, I know that they wouldn't just be turning motherfuckers down because they black. And then everybody I talk to about becoming a cop that's like black or brown or whatever, they're like, oh, fuck that. And I was thinking to myself, we don't apply for the goddamn job. So they go out and hire white boys from the suburbs to police us.
Yep.
Like my dad. was a cop in Philly. He was born in South Philly. We lived in Mount Airy. His mom lived down there. He policed in the 3rd District down by Federal, like 23rd and 24th and Federal and whatnot. He policed down there all the time. He was literally policing the neighborhood he grew up in, and he still lived in the city. And nobody ever came by my dad's house or tried to start no shit or fucked with him because he was a cop. And so people would think, oh, if I become a cop, I can't be a cop in the city. Because, man, motherfuckers don't fuck with cops. You ain't fucking with no cop. Unless you want some training day movie shit. You know what I mean? So I just want to promote that to people because it's a really good job. You get to play with guns. And did you know, when you become a cop, you get access to books of guns. So you know how you could just get regular. My dad could have bought a missile launcher if he wanted to, legally. He had a magazine. All he had to do was order from the shit. He could have got anything he wanted. He had 3 straps. He had the standard 32 they gave him. He had a Dirty Harry 45, like the big long john, and he had like a small little 22 handgun type john. So he wasn't into it. But I found out that other cops, like, you remember in Beverly Hills Cop, how they's like, damn, Billy, you got all this shit in the crib? It's totally legal for him to have it. So once you're a cop, it's like you a soldier. Dog, you can get an AK, you can get a cannon, you can get anything you want when you become a cop. So if you're a Philly boy and you like hammers, and you don't want to get arrested for having hammers, and you want to get paid to have hammers, and you can do some shady shit in between, being a cop is the best thing out there for anybody that, like, especially if you don't got a record and you can get one easy. I recommend that to anybody. Fuck going to college. Do not go into the military. Become a police officer in your own city, because all they're going to do is send you to Arkansas or Taiwan and have you shoot some other motherfuckers anyway.
You got me over here laughing because I'm wondering what kind of arsenal Mr. Wills had, Uncle Wills had.
Dog. They can get anything they want. So it's not like when you become a cop, they just give you that little pea shooter and you're stuck. No. Once you're a cop, you can buy basically anything you want for your personal stash. So that's another reason why a lot of people should become cops. Fuck the whole police and shit and all that. You can get a motherfucking big ass 50 cal for the crib. Like, yo, come in here if you want, man. I'm gonna shoot through the wall, in the school behind the wall, in the building behind that school, in the church behind that school with one shot. It is totally legal. So
you lost me in that conversation 10 minutes ago when you started talking about everybody should be cops. Fuck that.
I'm telling you, man, because dude, it would be like a gang. It's like me asking you to get a gang.
What you talking about? They're already a gang.
Yeah, but they're a gang that's not with you. You could be the gang that's running shit. Because that's the thing about cops. Cops don't have to follow rules of being racist. There's no rule in the cop book about being racist. There's no rule in the cop book about being an asshole and whatnot. So if everybody from the city, especially if it's some real motherfuckers, y'all can handle this shit however you want. Bolo's ex-roommate, Big Al, was a cop. And he should be arrested every day from what I seen him do. The dude has stories about running from the cops in his car. The dude was always drinking. The dude was always fucking hoes. And he was a cop.
Come on, man. Let's not talk about Al's right now. That's my man.
I'm just saying. I'm trying to promote being an officer, and I think he should be the spokesperson. Like, yo, do that shit, son. We can turn it up.
You know you used to fuck with me with that, right? When you gonna join? Come on, Chuck.
Join up. We can kill niggas together. Get away with it. Remember that dude that fuck with you at the restaurant last week? Yeah, he ain't gonna fuck with you no more. Legally.
Al's, that's my man. That's my man.
And you still talk to him?
Nah, I ain't talked to him in years.
Yeah. Is he still in the city or is he somewhere else?
Last he was down in DC or something for a second, and then you know what I mean. But he has popped up, but I haven't been. This COVID thing, I've been really been secluded. So for the past 3 years, so You know what I mean? I don't know. I ain't really been talking to Mike and nobody. Everybody just see me on Facebook, and I'll see them once in a while. Like last year, we did a little thing at Scoot Crib, and that was good seeing them. Mike then. I ain't see Mike since then though. You know.
Yeah, no, Mike is grooving his ass off with that new shit.
Mike and Court hang out, and Ills hang out more than, you know what I mean. They hang out.
Yeah, it might be chilling because he worked for what is it, Fox News or whatever the news channel is there.
Yeah.
And yo, he got his 215 show that he does now on Instagram and all that stuff, and he has like on the mic Wednesdays that they do on the actual news show where they like literally ask his opinion. They're like, all right, Mike, our cameraman's a genius, and the white boys be like, okay, Mike, tell us some cool black guy stuff. Mike like, yo, you know what I'm saying, the gods of the earth, you know what I'm saying, black man is God, the white man is the devil, holla. And then the white guys are like, oh my God, that was amazing, Michael.
Leave me alone, man. He be on the they got a triple show on Saturdays or whatever. But he got a YouTube channel too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he doing that 215 shit.
Yeah. Miz doing it. He doing his thing. I check him whenever I can.
Yeah, and it's crazy because he was only just a cameraman, but I guess he just gave him so many opinions. They're like, yo, we should do a show with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially since you're not incarcerated. So that's
he was doing a little something with the girl, and they was driving around, and they was doing her little thing or whatever. But they had a little breakup or something. Like he ain't really getting the details about it. So he went solo after that. You know.
Well, Mr. BAS, what is your thoughts about women that give problems? What would you say?
Ain't shit.
There it is. So we understand why Miz is having a problem. And we're not.
You gotta think about it. They wasn't a headache, then the shit would be boring anyway.
Yep. I was looking at some shit today because they on this passport bro shit, and people are like, why are men and black men, white or black, why are they leaving the country to go find other women? And I just was like, why? Cue to Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. Bitches ain't. I was in the jam too. Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Licking the mouth.
Ready to play that song and shit.
It's a family song. And
that's my intro to anything. Bitches ain't shit out of nowhere and shit.
Hell yeah.
Let that beat drop out of nowhere and shit.
Right? Shout out to YG and Nipsey, RIP, for their version of it too. And whatnot.
They got their own version of that shit?
Yeah. It's boom, 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 boom. Bitches ain't shit, but they got a new version. Yeah, it's YG. What's that guy named Tyga? And Nipsey Hussle right before he died. It was like one of his last songs he did and whatnot.
Tyga?
Yeah. It's Bitches Ain't Shit, and it's the sample from the song, and they just sampled it, and then they just made like a new kind of West Coast gangbang beat to put through it. It came out like 3-4 years ago, and whatnot. But bitches ain't shit but hoes and chicks.
How's the chat going?
I don't know the chat. The last person in the chat is BAS going, yo!
Man, that was a couple days ago. Shit.
Actually, that's the young boy. And whatnot. Shout out to the technician.
The second one?
Yeah.
You back with Jeff, right?
Yeah, when he coming back, tell him when he coming back. Check that shit in.
Right? Let's see what we got here.
And I'm like, what's up with that computer? We trying to build that computer.
They got him in a cage down there.
Yeah.
Found himself a big booty bitch down there, probably.
Right?
I'm still trying to explain to the noodles, and it's like, why am I trying to explain it to the noodles? That's the mistake right there, because I don't argue with them, Mr. C. I'm trying not to. I'm trying to explain it to them and keep it moving. But you know how the noodles is. They like to ask a million fucking questions like they don't understand what you're talking about.
Oh, they understand what you're talking about. They just trying to piss you the fuck off.
Yeah, that's what makes some noodles and shit. The fuck? That's
that noodle shit. And whatnot. That's why you think I've been on my shit recently on Facebook. Like, no, Mean Carl lives out this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I ain't playing no more. I'm like, I'd rather be feared than loved, because love breeds disrespect. Because when people love you and they know you love them, they'll do something to you because they know you love them. So they're like, oh, he ain't gonna do nothing to me because he love me. But if they scared of you, You're like, I ain't doing that nigga wrong. So that's how I work. And one of them was like, nah, you gotta be nice to people. I'm like, nah, try that for 7 years.
I ain't saying that. I'm saying
Fuck that.
I'm saying something completely different now. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my epistemological.
You gotta watch where you go anyway.
Right? Well, that's good. And whatnot. And what we had, right? We had the 9.
But I'm trying to and trying to explain, you know, the whole bitches ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm going back to J. Rue the Damager. But then that's when the question comes, where are the queens at? That's, you know what I mean? That's been my philosophy.
Hey, wasn't David Damager's song called The Biatches?
Huh?
Yes, you know, the Biatches. Yes, The Biatches.
Who's that?
J. Rue. You remember he had a song called The Bitches?
Yeah, I'm talking about I'm not talking about the queens, but what the bitches, not the young ladies, but what the bitches. The bitches, the bitch. That's what I'm talking about. A queen's a queen. A stunt is a stunt. You could tell who's who by the things they want. Most chicks want minks, diamonds, and bends. Probably spin up all your ends. You'll definitely fuck your friends, right? That's what I'm talking about. The difference. But now that's when the question comes in, is like, where the queens at? That's where I've been at. Like, where the queens at?
Oh, they're in the Philippines.
Not finding them too often. They're in the Philippines.
In the Philippines, waiting. Like, they be washing niggas' feet. They like, we treat our men like bings, which means kings in our language.
But yes, I'm on TikTok now, and that's all they throwing at me on TikTok. And this one girl was in the Philippines going, yo, why are you calling yourself passport boys or passport bros? Call yourself passport kings and come over here and find yourself a passport queen. I'm like, oh shit.
Yo, tell you, dog, they going in on all the women here like, oh, just because you are not a good woman, you don't know how to beat your man. Dog.
Say that again?
Basically, all the Filipinas, women in Thailand, because of this passport thing has gotten popular on the internet, a lot of women here are like, oh, these dudes are suckers, they perverts, they going out there wilding, and all the women there are stupid and can't speak English and they're poor, so all the broads out there are like offended now, like, what you bitches say? No, we speak good, we speak English, we're educated. What the problem is y'all don't know how to take care of your man. So now they getting all the broads here and whatnot, like, nah, like, and in the Philippines, they say they don't let their man do nothing. He comes home from work, he eats, and she cleans, she do everything. Man, they even wash you, bro.
I don't know about all that, because I grew up with Filipinos. Ain't none of them was like that.
Well, there's some Americanized Filipinos. That's just like with Eddie Murphy. I was hot, Eddie. Huh?
Bitches are fresh off the boat type shit. I don't know about all that.
No, that's the one rule. If you go get a broad, do not bring her back here. Because once she gets here, it's going to be like the old Eddie Murphy joke. Eddie Murphy found a bitch that was naked on the back of a zebra. After a while, she's like, I'm independent. I'm American girl now, Eddie. I want half. So, yeah, don't bring her back here. Leave them. If you meet her in the Philippines, keep her in the Philippines. If you meet her in Thailand, if you go to Bangkok, leave that cock in Bangkok.
Eddie Murphy raw pop.
Anywhere like that, I'm not giving them my fucking real name to begin with anyway.
And like, yo, my name is Steve.
that Eddie Murphy raw popped up on my screen not too long ago. I was tempted to watch that for a minute.
Oh man, that's when I first got put on because I hadn't even seen Delirious yet, and my dad had brought Raw because you know back we had the videotapes back in the day. So my dad had Raw on some illegal shit. So I used to just watch Raw all the time. And then I started talking to people, and then I always heard people making the jokes about Delirious, like, I got some ice cream, I got some ice cream, and you can't have none.
Those songs was fucking hilarious back in the day, bro.
Oh, man. It was when shit was cool, man. Like, back in the day, you could say shit, and you could tease everybody. You didn't have to worry about the answer.
You ain't gonna lie. You know who I liked it, though, when it was white boy? The boy George Carlin.
Oh, yo, George Carlin is my idol, bro. Like, my whole stand-up comedy shit is based on George Carlin, dog. Like, 'cause you know, I used to tell the stories and shit.
Bro. Yo, that white boy was fucking hilarious, bro. Racist, but he was hilarious, bro.
He was hilarious. He talked that real shit and whatnot. And he used to tell like stories like, yo, the government don't fuck with you. They're all in a club and you're not in it. And whatnot. Yo, George Carlin used to talk that shit and whatnot. So my comedy is kind of based on him.
Whatever he had in that cup, bro, that shit used to get him bent.
Yeah, George Carlin is the truth. He was like the Willie Nelson of comedy.
Yeah, boy, he was funny as shit.
Yeah. Another dude I'm cool with out here is another dude just like him, his name Honest John. You remember that dude? He's like a white boy that kind of looks like him, but he's fatter. And he wear those little colorful hippie shirts. His name is Honest John. He even sent me a t-shirt and shit because I'm one of his Patreons and shit. But he always get mad at me because he big on Democrats. I'm like, yo, John, you tripping, man. Fuck them niggas. You know what I mean? He's like, I'm like, yo, man, calm the fuck down, John, before I beat your old ass. But he's still a cool dude. But yeah, George Carlin, top 5, top 10 all-time comedian. For sure.
Yeah, my top 5, I ain't gonna lie.
Top 5, dude, your boy is ill, man. Cause he don't only tell jokes, he talk about like real shit. You know what I mean? And he make it funny. This was dope about it. So we at the right about the 10 o'clock mark. Do a station break. This is the My Part of Town podcast. The show that's all about Philadelphia and everything else that's going on in the world. Our Philly bio of the week, of course, is Kyle Pitts, the Atlanta Falcons receiver. Now the Falcons suck, but he apparently is good. So that's one positive aspect, and we'll do his review a little bit later as we talk about him. Anything else on you guys' minds to talk about? I know, Volo, you like to wait to the end of the show to talk for 4 fucking hours. Why don't you talk about some of that shit now? That's how he do me. Volo got shit to say during the show. When it's 5 minutes left in the show, he's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I gotta leave. I gotta go fuck some pussy. He's like, no, let's talk about everything. Wait a minute, we just did 2 hours. You didn't say shit.
What's that?
Do you have a topic you want to talk about now instead of waiting to the end of the show?
Get it off your chest.
I don't know. I just went and got a drink real quick. That's what
niggas say.
Yeah, I did. I just stepped off for a sec.
How's your health doing, man? You feeling all right?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I was leading up to we was talking about the bitches, right? And then explaining, really the concept behind it from my point of view, and et cetera, and getting up to what I was trying to lead to is talking about the whole situation we talked about on Monday, which was the Badu queen being the queen. You know what I mean?
Oh, Erykah Badu?
Yeah. And what's going on with the daughter, and then seeing DOC on looking at his daughter showing her butt, and he like and then Erykah Badu right under him like.
Yeah. Nah, she's still mad. He got that fucked up voice. He was just interviewed by one of the other homies. Was it Jason Black? It was somebody. I don't know.
That's what I'm talking about. Jason, the whole Jason Black breakdown of the mom of Badu and her daughter showing their asses on whatever service they was on. The metaverse. You know what I mean? That's all the same shit. And just his reaction and breaking the whole story down. And now my conclusion to that is relating it to critical race theory. Now that's where the noodles is going to be like, nah, you can't relate that. That's
I don't even know what the fuck that means. You gotta break that shit down to me. I ain't no noodle. I don't know what the fuck that means. So you have to break that down.
Well, basically, critical race theory is this new type of history they want to teach people. That's why the Republicans don't like it. Even the guy DeSantis, who just was against some shit in Florida, where people were saying he's against Black history, but that wasn't it. Basically, he said in the Black history they added a bunch of LGBTQ stuff and a bunch of feminism stuff. He was like, he don't want that shit in it, so he denied the program. So everybody's mad at him like, oh, you don't want people to learn Black history. He's like, no, the Black history part was cool, but the whole LGBTQIA, I don't know what the fuck, XRZ, he said he don't want that in there, or the feminism stuff, but he said, yo, it's cool if you do the Black history. So that's kind of like a misunderstanding that's going on with that. But critical race theory is supposed to be a statistical, factual review, because all of our old history was, oh, there was Martin Luther King, we were slaves, and there was Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and shit was cool, and now everything's sweet. That's basically how they taught everybody. Well, critical race theory is supposed to take it into the redlining, and the housing, and the taxes, and all that stuff. Or how after they got out of slavery, one of the ways they used to lock niggas up was they wouldn't let you get a job because the KKK was a workers' union when it first started, and it was because all the black people got out of slavery, but they had all the skills because they did all the work for the motherfuckers beforehand. So the KKK made a workers' union so none of them could get jobs. And then what they did was during Jim Crow, they would arrest anybody that was homeless or didn't have a job. And that's how they kept, like, you remember the movie Life with Eddie Murphy in them?
Yeah.
That's basically why all those motherfuckers was in jail. Like shit like that. Like they would lock them up over just, oh, you don't got a house, you don't got anything, all right, go to jail. It used to be like illegal and shit and whatnot. And critical race theory is basically threatening to teach white kids about this. So they don't want them to know it because they know once the white kids and all the other people that's like anti-black learn about it, they're gonna go home and look at their parents like, you lying motherfuckers. All this time, you told me.
But you gotta look at it like that, but that's what they learned too.
Yeah, that's what they learned, but they didn't teach it. They didn't teach it to us back in the day because they didn't teach me none of that shit in school. They like mentioned it like in passing, like redlining, Jim Crow, blah blah blah, Martin Luther King, and whatnot. Now everything's cool. And the funny shit is, nobody liked Martin Luther King or Malcolm X, and they both died broke. That's one of the things people don't remember about all these great guys. They're great. They got a couple things though, but they all died broke. So if you were so great, why did you die broke? And so I tell people, man, don't bring them old niggas up to me, man.
Everybody dies broke. Ain't nobody gonna take that shit with them.
Well, yeah, I mean, of course, but you gotta leave something behind, like the American Indians. That was another one of my plans. I'm trying to get like a reservation for people of color. So I want to make Philadelphia and South Carolina a reservation. So instead of paying your normal rent, you pay like $25 a month for your crib because we've been there so long.
Good luck with that one.
Well, I mean, if y'all like and share and make sure people vote for me for president, it's done. But that's term number 2. I can't do it the first term. The crackers won't let me. But second term, that's part of the plan. I'm gonna make sure that majority of color places with black and brown is like most of us there. I want to make it so we all pay less rent for like the next 200 years and shit. And we get like a little card you can even pass down to your children. So even if you die, your children still can get the benefit, and then they can give it to their children. So basically for the next 200 years, we don't pay no taxes, we get free school, we get free health care, we get low cost of living. But one of the requirements is, similar to the Indian or Native American reservation, you gotta live in a place that was like historically majority of color.
Yeah, but the problem with that is anybody that's of color, black or brown, the one that do own the property, they're always gonna be jacking up the prices anyway. So it's like, until you control that,
it doesn't matter. The government is gonna pay for it. So you know how like with welfare, how you only like you get a 70% discount on your shit?
Yeah.
It's gonna be like that. So it doesn't matter where you live, you're gonna get your voucher, and then you only gonna have to cover 25, 30, you only pay 30% of your rent. So that's the concept. And
there's gonna be a back door to that shit. You already know.
Well, it's called $5 Indians. That's why when you go to Oklahoma, there's a bunch of white guys with blue eyes paying fucking $20 a month talking about, I got Indian in my family. Like, bitch, stop the lying. You know what I mean? So I want that for us and people of color that struggle here. Yeah, because I think the Puerto Rican festivals is coming up soon, right?
No, we already passed that.
Yeah, they got one coming up in LA soon.
Well, like in September, it's gonna start like I'm gonna say like all the different kind of festivals start like around mid-June, around there and shit.
Yeah, I think the one I saw was like in June, because they got one out here. It's the Puerto Rican festival out here, and it's like in June. And I commented on this shit, like, yo, Puerto Ricans are just light-skinned niggas with an accent. I'm coming. That shit about
the actual festival day is in September, the last Sunday of September. But you got other, they give you other festivals like Mexican, they all got their days and shit. Once again, everybody, all that shit start popping on.
Yeah, in my neighborhood, they got the Central American Festival, so it's like Ecuador and Costa Rica and all them motherfuckers. And basically, they cut off all the streets around here for the whole day. You can't go nowhere. You can't drive nowhere. You can't walk across the block for basically a whole day. And it's all the Central American dudes from Ecuador and Costa Rica and Belize and all that. And it's not even really the Mexicans. It's just everybody below them. And they're having like a festival over here. Because I thought I lived in a Mexican neighborhood until my homeboy was like, nah, they ain't Mexican, bro. They Salvies. I was like, oh, word? He's like, yeah, they Costa Ricans. They Salvies. They from Ecuador. I was like, oh, shit. And then I started to pay attention because the dudes had like Jerry curls and shit. That's how you know they from Central America. If they look like Michael Jackson with light skin. Well, I guess that is Michael Jackson. Real shit. Real shit. Real shit. I don't know what. And they got Nike tattoos. For some reason, they love Nike. Cannot one of them play basketball. It's the craziest shit. But maybe it's because they like soccer.
People that did that dumbass shit. That's the thing. That's why I'm laughing about it.
Yeah. They get them on the shit. They still got two-tone cars. You remember two-tone cars where the top would be red and the bottom would be a different black and some shit? Yeah. They still got that shit around here. The two-tone car and whatnot. Like, it's like they 30 years behind on this shit. Right. So we at 10:08. So we still got about 22 official minutes left in the show. Let's see what's going on here. Everything looks like it's still live streaming. My YouTube is still going. I didn't get no feedback. That's probably because I responded too late.
When you was explaining that shit, like you had a quick pause, like a 10-second pause.
Oh shit! That's the
way you were saying. I was like, I heard some of it. I ain't hear all of it though. But I know what I'm saying though.
Nah, I ain't saying nothing too important and whatnot. That's probably just the internet and technology. Mark Zuckerberg, probably cut in. That's probably the part where they mute us on Facebook. Devola was talking about.
They're gonna figure out how we're gonna get blackballed on this shit. Send a Facebook jail or whatever the fuck it is.
I'ma try. I ain't got no emails from any of them saying, hey, you violated anything. So I don't think we're violating. They just don't want certain shit to get out.
Yeah, well, they sent me the Facebook jail. I ain't getting no fucking bail. That's for goddamn sure.
All right. Well, luckily I got that big ass page that this is on. So hopefully they're not going to hate on a page with a bunch of people to watch.
And you know me, it won't be the first time getting blocked.
Oh, man. I got how many? I've been in Facebook jail like 9 times. And whatnot. But then I ain't been in Facebook jail in like 3-4 years now, though. But it's only because I learned how to talk on Facebook where they don't fuck with me. Like, I don't make jokes no more. Like, one time, I got put in Facebook jail for 30 days and Instagram because I went on a post and it was like, you know how they do that bungee jump and shit off a bridge?
Yeah.
Well, I saw it and I was like, yo, white boys is crazy. Motherfuckers was like Facebook jail, 30 days.
I said some other shit, bro.
I'm like, yo, the motherfucker just jumped off a bridge. I would think he had a parachute or a string. I'm like, this motherfucker crazy. I said, man, white people crazy. And they was like, nah, Facebook jail, that's racist. I'm like, the fuck?
That's crazy.
Oh, did you hear the new shit with Elon Musk? How he backed up the white boy that said, we need to stop hanging around black people?
Nah. I did kind of hear that.
Well, it's a you know the cartoon comic called Dilbert that's in the newspapers. It's the guy that created that, and he writes it. And he basically saw a recent report that said 53% of people of color say that it's okay to be white. So he said, wait a minute. So 47% of people don't think it's okay to be white. He said it's a racial hate group, and we shouldn't be around black people anymore. And then Elon Musk hopped this bitch ass on Twitter the other day and was like, yeah, fuck that shit. Because he's from South Africa. Elon Musk ain't your typical white boy. He's from South Africa where they love keeping a foot up a nigga's ass. So he's one of those booers. They think they actually from Africa. It's like, no, your European great granddaddy came down here and killed 4 niggas for that land. But he thinks they're from Africa somehow. So they it's crazy. Like I didn't even realize that I don't even like Elon Musk no more now. I thought I loved Elon Musk until yesterday. And now I realize I can't fuck with Elon Musk. We got beef in the streets.
Oh man.
Yeah. But that's all right. You know what I mean? That's all right. That's why we got to give reparations. I'm gonna make him.
He look like you can't trust a motherfucker. I don't know. I don't know. I don't see it. I don't be hearing none of that shit. I don't know. He just look weird. He look like he pasty looking. Well, I don't know. Like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't even shake his hand if I was in like face to face. I don't know. I'll probably be like, I'm good.
Like I'm good.
I don't know. Like. You know, he looked like the robot from Star Trek. The white robot, his fucking name, Data.
Oh, Data.
And that's what he looked like for real.
Yeah. Or that bitch 6 of 9.
I'm confused because I thought I heard he was African American.
Well, I guess he's a South African in America. So that's technically African American. But nah, ain't nothing African about Elon Musk or his granddad or his father. But apparently they think they all from South Africa, the original people.
I don't know, he's just too pasty for me. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get a check. You know what I mean? That's all good though. That's all right.
And then sound like a cologne and shit, like a cheap cologne. Like I'm cool.
Yeah, well,
like there's so many red flags for me not to get near that motherfucker. I'm cool.
Right? My logic is if you don't fuck with Old Spice, I don't fuck with him.
I hate you.
Nice. So we got a scheduled 18 minutes left in the show. Did you want to do the Philly bio right now, the Kyle Pitts guy?
Wherever I go.
Yeah, let's check him out. See what's going on with Kyle Pitts. There we go. Bam. Where's this with?
I hope you don't get in a Tesla and motherfuckers start talking about like, I heard you talking shit about me and shit. I heard you talking about Elon Musk. If you get in a fucking shit, blow up out of nowhere and shit, like I'm cool.
Well, you know his company Tesla has 18-wheeler trucks. Like he's about to end all CDL driving with robotic trucks.
That's what I'm saying. You don't look like you trust him. I don't know.
Oh no, you can't trust him.
Somebody. Like someone would probably make a big deal about meeting him. I'd probably be like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm cool. I'm good. Like I get a vibe off the board.
Yeah. Like I will warn anybody that has kids, tell your kids either get into something really creative like how Ray the Chef is into cooking or something like that, because in another 5 to maybe 15 years, all fast food jobs, restaurant jobs, department store jobs will all be done by computers and robots. Yo, check this shit. I was on Hollywood Boulevard last week. Go ahead.
They got cars that deliver to without like road drones, bro.
Yeah, they got them in San Francisco. They Uber. They got automated Ubers in San Francisco right now.
Oh, well, it's time for a career change for me, ain't it?
Oh, dog. I got something that's going to scare you right here. Last week, I was on Hollywood Boulevard walking down the street. All of a sudden, this box that looked like a remote control car, but like a really big one, it came up to like your thighs. It was like 2 feet wide, 2 feet long, and it was remote control. It was driving by itself down the sidewalk, and everybody stepped to the side like, what the fuck was that? I looked at the shit. It said it was delivering food. So your delivery job in 5 to 10 years is going to be done by a little remote control car.
My thing is, like, ain't nobody have to just kick that shit or like let it roll by.
Well, we were so freaked out by this shit because the motherfucker coming down the street getting it, but it was on the sidewalk because it was small. So it was like, it just whipping mine. It just sounded, you know how a remote control car sounds with that? It was that. So everybody turned around and then we saw it and then we all just moved to the side like, what the fuck is that? And then on the back, it's like, yo, delivering food coming by. And it's a little robot. And it was driving to the person's house that it was delivering to. And I was like, holy shit, DoorDash, food delivery, Uber. all that shit is about to be done in the next couple of years.
I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Let me be driving and some shit like that in Philly. I'm letting that little piece of shit over, bro. Like, you ain't gonna take my broom off the shit out of it, bro.
Oh shit! Did you ever see the story about the doll that people sent around the country and everybody took pictures with it? But when it got to Philly, they found it all fucked up and dismembered somewhere. Like the shit went all over the country, all over the world. Nothing happened to it. It got to Philly, and they was like, "Yeah, we found it." The motherfucker was just all bent the fuck up, dog. Like, yeah, Philly ain't playing that shit.
City of brotherly love, baby.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Let me share this Kyle Pitts guy stuff. See what we got going on.
For real, bro, I definitely would kick the fuck out of that. I think that's just the police or something. Like, I don't know. I don't think we got, but I definitely would kick the shit out of it though.
Oh, dog, the shit was crazy when I seen it. Everybody was freaked out by it and whatnot. Like, we all just moved out of the way. Like, what the fuck? And then I was reading it, and it was like, yeah, I'm delivering food. Kick rocks, bitch, get out my way. I gotta drop this shit off. I'm like, yo, and dude, it stops at the light, waits to cross the street and everything, dog.
Hey, I bet you it's a fat young boy behind that shit, watching that shit, playing that shit at home, delivering a piece of shit on a remote control car and shit, chilling at the crib.
Right? Like on some drone shit, like the military does with them drones. They got them sitting out here blowing motherfuckers up in Afghanistan.
Well, they better hope a nigga like me don't find the fuck they live at.
Yeah, right. That's the game. Let's see what we got here. Let's check out our guy, our Philadelphia bio of the week, our man Kyle Pitts. Let's check him out. So we got Kyle Anthony Pitts. He has my last name, so that's pretty cool. He was born October 6th of 2000. He's their tight end and whatnot. Matter of fact, let me see if I can make this shit bigger. Want to make it bigger for the screen? There we go.
I definitely never heard the name and shit.
Yeah, Kyle Pitts. He's the American football tight end for the Atlanta Falcons of the NFL. He played college football in Florida, where he was named a unanimous All-America. He won the John Mackey Award in 2020. Pitts was selected 4th, so he was a number 4 pick. So he was really good overall in the 2021 draft. He's only been in the league 2 years, 2 years. It makes him the highest drafted tight end in NFL history. So that's pretty dope. He was later named to the Pro Bowl as a rookie and the first in his position to do so in 20 years. So a Philadelphia Bull is the highest drafted first rookie to be a Pro Bowler in 20 years.
I wonder what part of Philly he from.
Oh, it says right here, Pitts originally attended Abington High School. So he's from Abington. Okay. So he's been right up there in the burbs up by Willow Grove Mall and all that shit.
Nah, he also could be in Shotham around there.
Yep. And it also says he also transferred to Archbishop Catholic. Wood Catholic in I guess it's Warminster. And in 2016 he played defensive end on the football team. And Pitts played in 2018 in the Under Armour All-American game, which I guess is kind of like the McDonald's game. It's like the All-Star game for the kids. He then went to the University of Florida to play college football. He's 6'5", 235 pounds, which is kind of small for a tight end. That's like a wide receiver. That's like Shannon Sharp or what is his name? Sterling Sharp, Shannon's brother, or T.O. He's like 6'5", 240.
No, I think T.O. was a little bit bigger than that, though.
No, I bet T.O. T.O. was my height. I used to play. I'm a brag a little bit. You ever heard of that basketball league where all the celebrities play basketball?
Yeah.
My skidbacks told me we had a team. Rufio had a team, and he used to let us play. Dog, we used to play with Tank, Bill Bellamy, T.O., and whatnot. Dog, he's exactly my size, but just with mad muscle. T.O. was like my height, but he like 225, 230 and shit. And whatnot. So that's kind of cool that we got to do that. They wouldn't let me play, though. They let my homeboy play. But it's all good. I'll clothesline one of them niggas, so it's all right. And what else is going on with him? He was a 4-star recruit Let's see what else he got going on here. He played in 11 games as a backup as a true freshman. He had 3 receptions for 73 yards and a touchdown. He took over as the starting tight end and played in all 13 games. He finished the year with 54 catches for 700 yards and 5 touchdowns. And he was a first-team All-SEC American in that season. During the 2020 season, it was held up by the pandemic, but he still scored 12 touchdowns in 8 games and had 700 yards, basically 800 yards on 40 catches. He was named a unanimous All-American, and he won the John Mackey Award at that point for a tight end that year. So his first year was shitty, and then the next 2 years he was the fucking god. And now he's in the NFL. He runs a 4.40. Jesus Christ, that's a big motherfucker. Fuck, right? He's 6'5" and 5/8. He had his couple seasons. Did they have any personal stuff about his life? Let's see. Personal stats. So his NFL statistics is in 2021. He played 17 games. He had 68 catches for 1,000 yards. That's wide receiver level. But only 1 touchdown. I'll be pissed as a motherfucker. I catch 70 passes for 1,000 yards and only got 1 touchdown. That's what we're fighting over. And in 2022, which I guess was the past season, he only played 10 games. I guess he got hurt, had 30 catches, 400 yards, but he had 2 touchdowns. So that's funny. 356 yards, 2 touchdowns. 1,026 yards, 1 touchdown. That's some weird fucking math right there. But that was his NFL career, and I guess he'll be back healthy next year. They're not saying anything about his personal life. Let's see what they put over here on the side to see if they got anything they mentioned. Got Archwood Bishop, 6'6", 245, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He's 22 years old.
He's a young boy.
Yeah, he's straight young boy. And so far, he's got 100 catches for 1,300 yards and 3 bangers. So that is our guy, Kyle Pitts, our Philadelphia guy. I'm going to take more pride in him balling now. I didn't know he was from the crib. So shout out to Kyle Pitts, man. Philly Bowl, man. Represent out there. Fuck some of those Atlanta hoes for your boy.
Pretty much.
So that's some good stuff. We got a scheduled 8 minutes left in the show. Anything you guys want to talk about?
I thought she was gonna be longer than that.
That's the perfect amount because it gives us a few minutes to kind of wrap up. Now, Bolo, I'm gonna give you another chance because you don't say shit all show, and then when I ask for final words, you want to talk for 40 fucking years. Is there anything you want to talk about?
Talk about the job, bro. Talk about the job. Talk about something.
You still working the same gig?
Yeah. I'm still hustling that way, man. I'm it's the same routine. I'm connecting with people on it, and they, I'm getting well known. But it's hard to really rap about it from a standpoint of breaking it down for Noodles. Like, you know what I mean? Like if Noodles want to, because I don't know, because I'm dealing with something completely different when I'm doing the gigging, right? I'm just enjoying it. That whole robot delivery service was kind of different though, because now you're talking about, the Uber apps that I got on there too. I haven't been doing none of that stuff though. Like that's a whole different other hustle.
Oh, Uber's about to be dead, yo.
Yeah, if the Uber Eats and all that.
Uber Eats, DoorDash, all that's about to be over with. Now the lucky thing is, I think only the really big expensive companies are going to do that. So most likely the mom and pop pizza shops in Philly are probably going to still stick with drivers. It's probably another 20 years before they switch over.
I'm still going to check out a couple of them out though if I see them.
Hell yeah! It benefits you. You see one of them bitches run that shit over. And
run around down, with like them hockey sticks and shit. Keep that shit in the car and shit.
Get out.
Yeah, that's the main issue. But if they willing to, to stick up, you know what I mean, the pizza, they gonna definitely gonna take from a robot.
Yeah, now get real talk. Like it didn't look like the motherfucker had any security to it. I probably could have kicked the motherfucker over and took food out of it right on the spot.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be no cash, of course. It's gonna be credit cards and shit like that.
I figured I'm in it for stealing the food.
I just look. That's a cheap way of paying somebody a tip.
Yeah. So
ain't no tip going on.
But yeah, that's the future. You guys seen that movie, Ready Player One?
Nah, I still haven't watched that.
Dog, see it. That shit crazy. Remember they had the little pizza truck? It pulls up. And it's just like, oh yeah, you order the pizza, put in your code. It's like, all right, here's your pizza, and it just comes out the side of the truck. Like, so it's gonna be like that. They're gonna have automated trucks just sitting on a block, and when it gets an order, it's just gonna pull up in front of your crib.
Did you just talking about now? I seen that video years ago. That shit was like 5 years ago when I seen that shit.
Yeah, Ready Player One was about 5-6 years ago.
I'm talking about that. I'm talking about the remote, like the robot type shit. I seen that shit a couple years ago.
Oh yeah. Just like the 18-wheeler trucks. Like, you know, a lot of people say, hey, get your CDL license because you can make a lot of money being a truck driver. Like our Uncle Tommy was a truck driver, and they've done financially well his whole life. Make $100,000 a year. My cousin Carrium is a truck driver, makes good money, and they're telling a lot of young guys now to get your CDL. But I was like, yo, I hear what y'all saying, but y'all might want to tell these young boys, you only got about 5 to 10 years left, young boy, before they gonna.
But you can tell them that, but instead of doing the driving the CDL, learn how the mechanics of that shit now.
Oh yeah. What technology is what it's all about. Like, you might want to tell the technician to start learning code.
Man,
I already know that shit.
Oh, good, because that's what he's going to have to do for a living when he gets older. Having a regular job is done. Let me see here. I'm going to see if I can pull up a video about the automated trucks that Tesla has.
Yeah, because all that is, they want people they can do that shit 24 hours driving and shit, and human people can't. People want to sit behind the wheel and all that dumb ass shit. That's why they trying to do that.
Yeah.
But once again, Elon Musk is a fucking weirdo. So he look like a fucking pedophile for real. All
right, let me see what we got here. What they got on this shit. Let me see what this shit said.
They look hot though. I've seen the trucks though. I ain't gonna lie, they look fly.
Oh yeah, they on some next level shit and whatnot. Let me see if we can get this shit up here. Is this it? Let me see.
Let's talk about the Tesla Semi. It's been a while, right? So what's been going on with this thing? Well, there definitely has been some progress from Tesla in getting this heavy-duty electric truck into the production phase, but there's also been yet another in a long line of what I guess we would call reprioritizations in the Tesla product roadmap. That is probably going to keep the Semi largely on the sidelines for at least another year. But in the meantime, there is still a really important conversation to be had about the state of where electrification and autonomy fit into that picture. Even if it does come 4 or even 5 years late, the semi-truck is easily one of the most significant products that Tesla has ever developed, and we'll get into some reasons why that is. Okay, so here's what we know right now about the Tesla Semi. There has been limited production of the vehicle happening near Tesla's Gigafactory in Nevada. This began at some point during Q4 of 2021, and this was proven in December 2021 in a drone video released by Sawyer Merritt that clearly shows a Semi driving around the factory location. We've also seen Tesla install a handful of megacharger stations at that facility that are specifically for the purpose of fast charging the massive battery packs inside the Semi.
Why don't you own commercial real estate?
Bullshit ass commercial. Go ahead with that.
Why don't you own commercial property? After all,
because I ain't got no money.
These same megachargers
like somebody you can see at a
have also been installed at the Frito-Lay facility in Modesto, California. Photos were released on January 29th, 2022 that show at least 2 charging stations looking finished and ready to go. We know that Frito-Lay is at the top of the list to receive the first batch of 15 road-ready Tesla Semis, and the rumor mill was set into high gear by comments from the company CEO in November saying that he expected delivery of the trucks by the end of the year. Obviously, that was not the case, but we do see progress at the very least. It's hard to say exactly how many trucks Tesla has made so far. We can reasonably say that there are at least 4 of them built recently, thanks to this image released by Tesla as part of their 2021 earnings report, which was published at the end of January. This could be a rendering for sure, though it looks pretty real to me, and that's backed up by some amateur photos released on March 23rd that show at least 2 and probably 3 white Tesla semis in Palo Alto, California. And these would be
like
prototype,
right?
And that red one that we saw actually hauling
for Terminator to come in
the summer of 2020. So I feel like that's at least enough recent evidence to debunk the notion that the Tesla Semi is just vaporware, like that it's just going to be a big hose to run up stock prices or whatever. Tesla is clearly spending a ton of money and resources.
Look at him, he look like a pedophile. Look at
for a clear production timeline.
Epstein!
According to Elon Musk himself, we shouldn't expect to see anything significant in terms of semi-deliveries until next year, 2023. And the reason that he put forward was basically the same for delaying. Tesla needed to focus on volume production this year to start making up for the massive imbalance in their vehicle supply and demand equation. The Model Y is just too popular for its own good. Tesla is fighting a losing battle trying to keep up with demand for these things. Model 3 is also still massively popular.
My homeboy Payne and his girl got one of these Teslas.
Top-selling electric car in 2022. So Tesla is not going to do anything with their product development that will slow down production of the Model Y. Elon said that by introducing a new product into the fold, they would actually reduce the overall number of vehicles the company could deliver in a year, and right now, that's not a sacrifice he is willing to make. So the first thing they need to do is bring Model Y to volume production at Giga Texas, and only after that can they turn attention to building out production lines for the Semi and the Cybertruck. I want to talk about an article that was published recently by the Automotive News.
You know, it sounds fast talking, like, I mean, he's overselling shit that he can't sell.
To remain,
it says 500,000 jobs.
And by extension, they identify the biggest opportunity for the Tesla Semi in this market. Do you remember during the Tesla Bot presentation last summer when Elon Musk said he wanted robots to take over human jobs that are
T1000 right there.
Dangerous?
He got a robot?
Trucking checks all of
the boxes. T1000 right there.
It's not even a worthwhile job to have for the employee. So your average long hauler spends 300 days per year on the road, driving in more or less of a straight line down interstate highways night and day. And they take home a salary of about $47,000 per year. It's kind of brutal. The short haul routes are much more difficult to drive, but they pay much better and attract the more experienced truckers. Not surprisingly, the long haul workforce tends to turn over entirely once every 12 months or so. At the moment, the long haul trucking industry is short about 61,000 drivers, according to the American Trucking Association. Now, of course, there are a number of factors at play, some of which have sparked a small faction of truckers to form convoys and air their grievances in a very loud and public fashion. But the heart of the matter remains that this is a boring, repetitive, and dangerous job with grueling work hours that doesn't even pay very well, and people just don't want to do it, at least not for any longer than they have. The driver shortage is so bad that American trucking companies are trying to import drivers from other countries to fill the gap. Truck Lobby is even seeking to lower the minimum age for interstate drivers to 18 from 21. So when it comes to piloting a
technician might want to do that too.
Machine going 75 miles an hour, the choice might come to a teenager or a robot. We obviously can't afford to keep trying to run the economy with a handicapped supply chain. We've seen labor shortages affecting virtually every industry in the past 6 months, so this isn't even a problem that's unique to trucking. In a labor shortage, the power goes into the hands of the worker. They are no longer forced into a job that they don't want to do out of necessity. Now they have a choice, which is a great thing for the people, but it's a bad thing for an economy that was built on a foundation of cheap labor. And if we believe
you mean slavery?
Of population decline,
look at him,
we can expect that this problem will never get better, only worse. Then that leaves us with automation and autonomous vehicles as the only way out of a catastrophe. And that's the real significance of the Tesla Semi. The truck itself is great. It will probably be a very efficient platform that will save companies a bunch of money on fuel and maintenance, and it will help to reduce our global emission problems. Did you know that heavy trucking accounts for about 1% of all vehicles on the road, while producing about 17% of all vehicle pollution? That's obviously bad and needs to change. But it's Tesla's proprietary full self-driving software that comes inside each Semi that will be the real game changer. Even in its early stages, full self-driving is almost ready to go fully autonomous on the highways. So by the time the Semi really comes out in high volume, it might be ready to take over long-haul routes with no drivers at all. Instead of having to sleep for 8 hours a day, the Tesla would just need to charge for half an hour every 300 miles or so, and before too long, that 60,000 person wide gap in the labor force can start being filled by autonomous trucks. Given enough time and enough training, with drivers behind the wheel, maybe full self-driving can even figure out how to drive a semi-truck and a trailer on a short-haul trucking route that takes it through urban centers and city streets.
Yeah, right. Good luck with that one.
Soon, but it could happen eventually. Let's talk about the competition in this.
Yeah, so local trucking is probably going to survive
when
good.
Elon unveiled the Tesla Semi, it was a radical, unprecedented idea to make anything that large and have it run fully electric. For the time, it was a breakthrough. Fast forward 5 years, and there are plenty of other electric transport trucks out there. It's not even a particularly difficult thing to make with modern battery technology. People are still trying to claim that electric semi-trucks are stupid because batteries are too heavy. And they are. But so is the cast iron diesel engine, 18-gear transmission, full gas tank, and gigantic industrial drivetrain that the batteries and motors are replacing. Tesla motors only weigh like 60 pounds, and they've already figured out how to get more range with fewer batteries in new vehicles like the Model S. They'll get even better at it with the new 4680 cell and structural pack. So this isn't a big deal. Even Nikola can do it. Yeah, the electric vehicle company that we all spent the past year talking smack about actually beat Tesla to market with an electric semi-truck.
做生意嘅朋友，你知唔知道你唔需要嘥拍片，令到你個 YouTube channel 有好多 follower， 你都可以喺 YouTube 嗰度揾到好多生意㗎。嗱，呢個想知點樣做啦？你撳入去附近嘅連結，我就會喺呢一個面。
We in trouble. When you see commercials in Asian,
on March
something's up.
24th, Nikola announced that they had already begun production of the Tre semi-truck. They've even delivered 18 of them so far, and an additional 22 are awaiting final checks and commission before delivery.
Port of Los Angeles.
Nikola has a pretty modest goal of delivering between 300 and 500 of these semi-trucks this year. The Tre is built on a dedicated electric platform. It's not just a regular truck with electric stuff bolted on, and Nikola is estimating 350 miles of range per charge, with fast charging to 80% in 100 minutes. So that's actually pretty awesome. We definitely participated in kicking this company while they were down, so it's only right to hype them up when they do something good. The interesting point about the Nikola Tre is that it is a battery electric vehicle. The company was always dead set on hydrogen fuel cells as their power source, and it looks like they are still hydrogen believers. Nikola are saying that the battery-powered Tre is just like the base model, and that a fuel cell version with 500 miles is coming by late in 2023. Then, at some point in 2025, they plan a next-generation fuel cell vehicle semi that will top out at 900 miles of range. Nikola has not mentioned anything about autonomous vehicle technology or fully driverless trucks, however. And that's why I think Tesla can still be the real game changer in this industry, even if they do end up coming late to the party. And of course, we can talk about Volvo, who are making all kinds of electric semi-trucks right now, and Chinese companies who are doing it too. But none of them have the artificial intelligence and robotics capabilities that Tesla does. No one else is even close in that regard, and that's why I thought it was important to bring in that whole bit about driver shortages in trucking. You can have the most amazing hydrogen-powered super truck with 1,000 miles of range, but if there's no one willing to drive it, and it can't drive itself, then what do you really have? What is the value of that product if it has no function? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up today if you liked it. That is so important for getting our content out to more people. So if you enjoy the content, then you probably sign up below at the Tesla Space.
Imagine sending one of them electric fucking robot trucks to the hood. You think that's really gonna survive the hood? Think about that shit. One of them fucking robot truck going to Kensington or fucking North Philly, whatever. That shit ain't gonna survive anything.
Yeah, no, they were saying that it's only for the long distance right now. They said even the Tesla shit isn't smart enough to drive in the city yet. So I think it's just for long distance right now. So like I said, local driving is probably going to still be fine for another 10 to 15 years. But it's just a hint, especially to kids and younger people that, you know, don't bank on doing this for too long because they're going to put these robots in and the party's over. So that was our update about Skynet taking over the world and killing us all. So that's a good thing.
You seen they had robots on there and everything, bro.
Yeah. You saw the Tesla bot. I didn't even know they had a Tesla bot, like an actual robot.
I'm talking shit, but look, they just shooting that shit like without it in me, you know what I mean?
That shit crazy. So that's all I really got. You guys got anything else you want to talk about?
Man, these robots ain't shit.
There it is. How about you, Volo?
I don't want to get too long-winded. This is about time for me to, get ready for work tomorrow.
Bro, I thought he was gonna go on a 4-hour rant. So let's do final words.
I'm tempted, you know what I'm saying? We only touched the surface on the Badu booties. So, you know what I'm saying? We'll bring that back up next week.
You know what I mean? Definitely woke about that bullshit.
Nah, I gotta clock in 4 hours.
Dang, you gotta be up like that. So yes, 1 o'clock.
No. What time is it?
It's 11 here, so
it's almost 2. Yeah, I gotta take at least a 3-hour nap.
Oh yeah, you gotta be about 6.
Yeah, I gotta leave at like 6.
Dang, nice. Excellent.
Got that, bro.
So good. So give us some final words. BAS, final words.
You already know these bitches ain't shit. Watch yourselves out here and watch these fucking robots.
There it is. And Bolo, final words.
Check my YouTube page. I'm gonna drop that next 10 minutes of hip hop. I gotta do that for Friday. Because I'm trying to figure out how to squeeze it in there. I was on our page, on your page for the stream on YouTube, so I got to check those things out. But yeah, check my YouTube page out, hit the like button, subscribe, share, contribute, and all that good stuff. And I'll check y'all out next week, but yada yada on my social media,
You already know you can catch me in the hood.
Excellent.
Know that.
Excellent. And for anybody that is watching, you can watch either the live stream or restreams that'll be up on Skidbags Entertainment on Facebook, my Mr. C Force on YouTube, or check out the Twitch, Mr. C Twitch Gang. It'll be in all those places for you guys to view. And eventually, once I get this 1,000 subscribers on TikTok, we're going to be streaming live on TikTok too for this show. So we'll see how that goes and maybe get some tips and money. So that's it. Check out my Cat Poop Crazy Carl page for little jokes and stuff like that. I'm about to upload a new video. And I always close out with my favorite phrase. That love is good, life is better, and always do something that's going to make you last forever. We out of here, man. It's the My Part of Town